Hey, if you're an actor who works on film and TV and you'd like to learn how to continue working and working more, or you're a beginning actor and you just love to land that first gig and then continue to work after that, you're in the right place. I'm Bianco. I'm a successful working actor with 79 screen credits. Been working at this now for more than 40 years. And on this channel, I'm going to share with you all of my techniques, the skills, the secrets, the career advancing tips that I learned in the real world working in front of the camera. If this is your first time here, make sure to click subscribe so that you don't miss a single video that can help you grow your talent and advance your career. And please, by all means, click thumbs up, because YouTube just loves that. And then they'll share this with more people who will also get value from this content. Today's video, I'm going to focus on a really important and often overlooked topic: the sound quality of your self-taped auditions. I have spoken to many pros, casting directors, directors, and then people like cinematographers who all say that the sound of your audition tape can make or break your audition. Poor sound quality will often get them to just switch off and go on to the next video. But a lot of people just ignore that. They're more concerned with the visuals. Well, today we're going to look at different ways to create your sound. Right now, I'm using my default video setup with the best sound, with a really great camera. And I'm going to also use it at the end, so it'll be like a bookend to this video. But then right after this, you're going to see what it's like when I shoot with just an iPhone 7 with a smartphone using the built-in mic. Then we're going to look at using a good camera, but only using its built-in mic. After that, using a really good camera, the one I'm using now, with a good lapel mic. And finally, using what I'm using now, the complete setup that I choose to shoot with. And yes, I'm going to talk a bit also about how to achieve better visuals. I mean, that's kind of unavoidable since you're going to be seeing different quality visuals in this video. But the main focus is going to be the sound. And then at the end, I'm going to put a link in the description below where you can go and check out the different gear that I've suggested in this video and look at it on Amazon and decide if it's for you. Okay, so right now I'm going to sign off and bring on the first demonstration. The focus of this video is only sound quality, not lighting and background. I didn't take any time worrying about that. I'm shooting this with an iPhone 7 Plus, only using the built-in mic. Later, you're going to get to see examples of what happens when we change the mics, and you decide which sound quality you prefer for your self-taped auditions. Hello again. Right now, I'm shooting with my DSLR camera, which I paid close to $1,000 for. And I'm only using the microphone that's built into this camera. I'm about 10 feet away from it, which is about the distance you'd be in a live audition at a casting director's office. Now, you're going to hear it. I'm not going to comment on the quality of it yet. And you decide if you like what you hear. Okay, this time I'm shooting with my DSLR camera, and I've got the lapel microphone Audio Technica ATR 3350 that is obviously attached to my shirt, and the wire runs a full 10 feet over to the camera and is plugged into the camera. This is my audio source. Let's see how that compares to the ones that have gone before. Once again, you be the judge. I love to improvise, so between my walk from this spot over to the camera to shut it off, I decided I'm going to add a little bonus to this video. So stick around until the end, and I'm going to give you some, I'm going to reveal some stuff that goes beyond how to improve your sound. Okay, here we are with the bookend. Right now, I am using my default setup, all of the equipment that I love to use. Then why am I still wearing the lapel mic? I put it on again just so some of you might not be confused, because before, when I wore it for the demonstration, I had the wire exposed. It was running down the front of my shirt. I'm not suggesting that you would do that if you're using a lapel mic in an audition. I was just doing it to show you what the entire apparatus looks like in case you haven't used one before. Obviously, if you're going to use it, you would conceal it. The wire would run inside the shirt, not outside of it. That being said, I am not using it now, so I am going to remove it. And let's continue to discover what kind of sound I'm using now. I'm actually using two things together that are connected to the camera. One is my ATR 2100 microphone. It's a dynamic mic. This is it. And a dynamic mic, by contrast to a condenser mic, is one that doesn't tend to pick up as much of the ambient sound, the surrounding sound. You have to be closer to this kind of mic, and it will be dedicated to the source of the sound. So that is what I'm using, but I have that attached with this cable, and I am going to be placing pictures of these on the screen at the very end of the video, with a link to where you can explore them on Amazon. So that cable runs into a device called the Zoom H6 handy recorder. What is that? That is a very powerful handheld, you can hold it in your hand. I have it mounted on a tripod, but it is a small compact recorder with exceptional microphones. That little device, you'll see the image of it later, has sources for 6 different microphones. I could actually be recording 6 different people all on their own audio tracks with that device. So my microphone runs straight into the H6. The H6 has one thin cable that goes into the camera. And because it has such enhanced and rich sound, it transmits that into the camera, and the final result is this, which I consider to be extremely present. I'm going to show you something right now. Let's say I'm doing an intimate scene, and I'm not going to raise my voice. I'm going to be speaking very, very softly. You'll notice that we don't lose any of the sound. You don't have to lean forward toward the camera, toward the screen, to hear what I'm saying. And I'm not wearing this. That device is on a small table right below me. It picks up absolutely everything. I just wouldn't live without it. The camera that I use is a Panasonic Lumix DSLR mirrorless camera. I'm not going to get into the difference between mirrorless and non-mirrorless. You can do your own research on that. But it is a fabulous camera for shooting. As a matter of fact, I've got it set so that in its memory, it recalls exactly how I framed myself, so that each time I set this up to shoot, I don't have to adjust the frame anymore. The zoom goes exactly where I want it to. If I change it, then it will go back to the new setting automatically. That is what I've been using for the longest time for my self-taped auditions and for the ones I shoot for fellow actors. You be the judge. Which sound quality is the best? I think it's hands down the ones with the one I'm using right now. Is it expensive? Yeah. Costs a few bucks. Is it a good investment? You decide that. I know that right now in the industry, there's a strong belief, and it's not totally wrong, that you're okay with just your cell phone, and there's a certain truth to that, and that as long as you can act well, you can be seen and heard clearly, and you have a simple neutral backdrop behind you, you're good to go for auditions. Yes, that's true. But think of this. Have you ever heard of an expression called banner blindness? That's a marketing term. When someone begins to use some unique gimmick or advertising message with a great a captivating image that makes you pay attention right away, the first few times people see it, they will automatically go, wow, what's that? But when they see it again and again, they develop what is called banner blindness. They tend to ignore it. Well, I've seen that before. So what do you think will happen over time as most auditions are going to be self-taped and casting directors and directors are going to be watching hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of taped auditions? If the majority of them are on smartphones and they have a similar quality sound and look, well, eventually they're only human beings looking at them. They're going to develop a form of banner blindness. We'll call it actor blindness. So that if you come along with something that jumps out because the quality of it, not just the acting quality, but the production value quality of it is different, a little bit higher, they can't help but pay closer attention to it. And there's a very good chance that it will stay in their memory. So that's your call. Do you want to invest in the extra equipment? For now, if you're on a tight budget, you don't have to. But be aware that this quality exists. So now, I promised you a bonus. I've got to talk to you about how to achieve what I consider to be the best visual quality for your auditions. I'm going to be silent for, no, not a whole minute, for a short while here. I did that so that I could cut and the video clip and come back to it with a different look. Now, you'll notice that my background is totally green. That's because I'm using a green screen to shoot this particular video. So you may be thinking, well, isn't that overkill for an audition? You're certainly not going to be putting in the studio that you see in all of my videos as a background. And yes, that is a green screen background. This, what you're looking at right now, the green, this is inside my dining room. But the reason that this works so beautifully is that you can choose any color backdrop and place it in your video with the click of a mouse. You don't need a cloth. You don't have to iron anything. You don't have to hang anything. You're saying, yeah, but I gotta iron the green screen and hang it. Not if you're using what I'm using, because I'm using a collapsible green screen that is like a movie projector screen, a home movie projector screen. It's not made of cloth, and it extends with a handle right to the top, stays in place, and you're good to go. Why would you want to change the color of your background? For mood. I shoot a lot of auditions for my friend Ron Lee. If you've seen any of my online courses, you'll see him in there. And he sometimes auditions for lighthearted roles, and other times really intense ones, heavies. When he's shooting a heavy scene, we use a jet black background. When he's shooting a lighter scene, we use either this, the neutral blue, or this, the gradient blue. They're just there to suggest something to support the tone, the emotion, the mood of his scene. Combine that with this sound quality. Does it work? Well, in one of his recent auditions, he scored the role. The producer actually came up to him on the set and said, "Ron, just loved your self-taped audition. How did you do that?" And my agent has told me, when he's seen my self-taped auditions, that the sound quality that I get is better than they achieve in their own professional studio, because the agency has a dedicated studio for actors who want to go there and shoot self-tapes. And it's true. Once again, is this mandatory? No. Is it preferable? I certainly think so. Again, you be the judge. Hope you've gotten some real value out of this. Please share what you've gotten from it in the comments below. Give the video a thumbs up. Like I said, YouTube loves it. And then other people will be able to enjoy this material. And if you haven't subscribed already, do it now. And I will see you in the next video, if not on set. I just had to come back. I can't get enough of you. I wanted to make sure to remind you that coming up are all the images of the equipment that we talked about in this video, that I talked about and that I demonstrated for you. Also, in the description link below, you'll find a link. Did I say in the description link? No, in the description below, you'll find a link to the Amazon site where you can explore all of this equipment. You'll also see a link that takes you to a site where you can explore and discover what I'm offering in my latest online course. It's called Self-Taping Mastery. I have totally over-delivered with it, and I'm throwing in my on-camera audition mastery course as a free bonus. I'm not going to pitch it to you. I just want you to know that the link is there, and I'm encouraging you to just go there and see what the offer is. If it doesn't feel right for you, no problem. If it does, I will see you in the course. And once again, I will definitely connect with you in some way in the next video, and who knows, we may be working on the same movie or television shoot.